We're going to be watching through the overnight some heavy storms that are really more offshore than the initial line that is moving into now almost more western Louisiana for some potential flooding during the overnight. Now, what has been falling overhead has been light, moderate, maybe some pockets of some heavier showers. Most locations have only picked up a few tenths of an inch of rainfall. Manageable. It's the heavier rains that we'll likely see overnight tonight. Even the kind of steady rains that are moving in from the bayou parishes toward the metro area wouldn't cause any flooding. It's any additional storms that are firing up offshore that are going to be moving inland. So we will likely see the coverage increase, especially after about 1 to 2 a.m. and then going more toward 3 to 5, I think, is when we're going to see the bulk of our activity. After that, we should see a lot of it start winding down, and the model guidance has been at least positive for a drier morning commute. Maybe not between 5 to 6, even 7 a.m., but after 7 to 8, I think a lot of the area will be drying out, and then certainly well before lunch, rain will be moving out. We'll probably stay under mostly cloudy skies, and it'll still be a warm day. That rainfall isn't the initial front. We'll have to wait a little bit later into the evening and night for the cooler air to start moving in. So really it's for the next couple of hours, but more so after about 1 to 2 a.m. Then flooding, our main concern. An isolated storm could be strong to severe, but not as much of an issue there. What you would need to do tonight, make sure your car is in a higher spot, and then have a way to get those warnings if they are issued. The risk for severe weather, greatest out to our west, and really that has been diminishing. So lower threat for an isolated strong to severe storm. The greater issue is going to be the flooding rain, and we could see kind of worst case scenario widespread 3 to 5 inches of rainfall, kind of in the area highlighted in the deeper reds. Elsewhere we would see a bit less, especially out to our west, but some localized amounts are possibly higher, but I do think those are going to be few and far between. But because of that heightened risk of flooding, flood watch remains in effect until early tomorrow. What is going to help the rainfall is this surge of tropical moisture that is moving in ahead of that deep trough. That's why we're expecting those kind of efficient rainmakers. Thankfully, though, that's not going to last all morning again. I think it's going to be kind of wrapping up by about or just after the morning commute, and then drier air, not only the moisture in the atmosphere, but surface dew points are going to be coming way down as some drier and colder air moves in. Overcast skies with some light rain at the moment, 77 and a dew point of 75. It is muggy outside, obviously, with the rainfall, so that means temperatures at the moment not going to cool down much more through the night, and still a pretty strong wind. Those strong southerly winds have prompted some coastal flood concerns, especially at around high tide. The upper energy with this system is already pulling away, which is why we're not really getting into the cooler air just yet. Also why most of the main energy with any real severe threat is leaving us too. Here is the colder air. It is still kind of on the backside. It's almost like two completely different fronts. First one will move through, kind of bringing with it a clearing of our skies. The second one will really start to knock those temperatures down. So our rainfall, and again, this model in pretty good agreement with most of the activity happening after about 1 to 2, and then wrapping up by about 5 to 6, and then drying out by about 9 to 10 a.m. And then here comes the surge of chillier temperatures with a gradual drop in our temperatures through the next several days. So again, after the rain clears, we're still warm tomorrow. On the cooler side for Wednesday, then morning lows drop 40s, 50s, 30s, and 40s Friday and Saturday morning, with highs staying in the lower 60s.